Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
For me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
What you gonna eat no money, what you at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste my most man to statue. Say me like a cash, but they got in a figure you. Take this spit of money, God and say that is not you. One day the man above end up him, I got a bet too much. It in the kitchen, some fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me,
300% free.
it burn me,
Garbage pile of the day.
it burn me,
Give the teacher them
it
raise.
burn me,
I see corruption
it
face.
burn me,
Mash down the people them house.
it burn me,
Every day appear arms out.
it burn me,
Appear money them a thief.
it burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in our fever. Member bowl honey and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start and thief when them sell.
It burn me,
Or they treat the market man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the cat man.
it burn me,
Or they treat the peanut man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the dirt man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the sound man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat policeman.
it burn me,
How them a treat soldier man.
it burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again.
Stevie dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love Lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for we in Global TV. Check it.
Good evening, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's Sunday evening. We just come out here to chit-chat with you this evening and look at your comments and to see if you have any questions to ask. Thank you all very much for joining us. I feel tired already, but I have a few people for pick ban this evening. Good evening, everybody. Me can't better go through the 1-1 this evening because my eyes feel blurry. So accept good evening from me on behalf of Global TV, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Like and share the live for us, please. Blurry vision a beat me. But my mouth no blurry. Pernell Charles, who me fi start pan first? Who shall I start pan? Now let's leave that until more people come along. Well, you must have heard that Commish has been involved in a collision in St. Anne's, but there was no injury, according to the report. So we don't have a bad road, cause Commish fi crash, incompetent driving, drunken sleeping, or just the unfortunate. So, just so you know, Commish had an accident. It would be the Jamaica one. It would be the Jamaica docile looking one, Debs. Only wish they could investigate him like how Trinidad investigate for them one. You might never know what you will find out. Let me look back on the article again. Come in never do much reading today. Come in know me. Boy, me turn bad. Me plan for rest for the weekend. I see the not a rest. So till the poor eyes never even get to rest and rejuvenate from social media. Hold on there. Yes, it's Kevin Blake. Kevin Blake involved in a motor vehicle accident in St. Anne's on Sunday. The driver of a Toyota Fielder motor car reportedly overtake a line of traffic and collided with the vehicle carrying the top cop. No injuries have been reported at this time. So yet, yes, it is your Commish Blake. It is indeed your Commish Blake. Dirty Church. Good evening to the Dirty Church. While under the lament past spice, we're asking you to clean up on a dirty self before you come out here and try to clean up other people's dirt. Dirty Church. Former church choir director sentenced to 6 years for sex with minor. It's a long-held belief in this country, in Britain right here, that members of the judiciary, let me finish read this. A former church choir director who pled guilty to having sexual intercourse with a teenage girl whom he was entrusted to take to choir practice was sentenced to 6 years and 2 months. Hold on, why this thing? 6 years and 2 months in prison in the St. Catherine's Circuit Court on Friday. In handing down sentence, Justice Yvonne Brown bemoaned the high level of sexual offenses in the parish. Dirty church, dirty pastor, are them something there where ask uno to clean up amongst yourself before you come out in a secular civil society, come open on a pedophile child abusing mouth. The dirty church, the Satan of the synagogue of Satan, now have no right to come out here, come speak about morals when they're a den of pedophile and wrong-uns. But as I was saying, it's a well-held belief in Britain that a lot rather, of our judiciary in the criminal courts or either pedophiles or pedophile sympathizers, because what they always tend to do is hand on what we call a slap on the wrist sentence for serious sexual violation for people such as a choir conductor who was a choir director who was entrusted to bring this child to choir practice, but rather abused her. That's why I'm telling you this morning and say, would a prophet trust leaving a child around spice than leaving a child around one of these perverts in the church? So dirty pastors and dirty church, the synagogue of Satan, the pedophile den, before you come out here, come up in the mouth, clean up on a disgrace first. Remember, I say, hold on on a dirty secret, you know. The dirty secret of the church is nothing hiding. Wanna live on a disgraceful satanic life in public. Wanna abuse children night and day in these very churches. Church sister fight over pastors in these very churches. Pastor have him wife and asleep with church sister in these very churches. Clean up on a dirty drunkard behavior before you come out here and talk. Dirty pastor who talk about spice promiscuity. Now we want you to come out and talk about the choir director pedophilia. Dirty pastor, if you talk about justice and moral, come out, come talk. Come out, come talk. You know the spice promiscuous, but you don't know about the den of pedophile what the all on encircle on yourself with in the name of God. In the name of God. Who else do we have to eat off their head? Dull Dull. Dull Dull and the nitpicking. The editorial. Over observers have to tell you, Marlene. Tap the nitpicking. Tap the nitpicking. What I would advise you do, Marlene, focus on election campaign. Try to get the lie what I'm going to tell to the public right. Even if the PNP was on board with the constitutional review, the process, Marlene, that it would have to go through legislatively. It cannot be done in the life of this parliament, which ends in August constitutionally, or September, early September at least. It cannot be done. The time frame that this procedure have to go through, you don't have that time within the lifetime of this parliament. Focus on more relevant issues and leave what you don't understand. Trust me. Leave what you don't understand, Marlene. It is why you're coming up against so much opposition on this issue. Except for you and Andrew and those who want to push it forward for your own political expedience. But drop it there. Drop it. And not something where you understand. You're never going to understand it. If you have enough time on your hand, what I would advise is you pick up a book and read. Or even yet, book a refresher course up at Norman Manley Law School. Maybe you need to sharpen up your legal knowledge. Can you really make yourself look like a fool on this constitutional issue? We think it was a dunce attorney general, but you turn Wasara. We thought you were a dunce attorney general, but then you even show you're an even duncer. Even duncer. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs. Lady, please. Drop the whole constitutional galangin. The country not ready for it under this government where only not accept nothing if you not go with you. Drop it there. Drop it. You look lost and confused on this constitutional issue. Drop it. No. Sorry. If you're a globalist, you would have remembered, I think it was on the 7th of December, I advised Norman Brown to withdraw his case from in front of the court because it's not a case that he would win because it's without legal basis. And given the ruling in the Prime Minister's case, some of the things that were struck down that the Prime Minister was asking for. Thank you for taking advice, Norman Brown, because common sense prevail. But it's not yet over though, Norman, is it? Not at all. The resignation, Norman Brown. Still waiting for that. The resignation, Norman Brown, is quite an important part of the ask or of the demand, Norman Brown. So, now that Let me read this bit. Norman Brown, business partner of Andrew Wholeness. And if you stop right that DR in front of Andrew name, I'm a damn fool. And I say for you. Anyway, has withdrawn his case against the Integrity Commission, citing a wish to protect his reputation amid the intense media scrutiny the matter has generated. How can you protect something that you don't have, Norman? That bit I don't understand. Maybe you need to talk you over, rewrite you over. I mean, I don't know if you can protect something where you don't have. I have withdrawn because if I was to succeed, oh, please, Norman. Oh, Norman, please. It would be, well, I am calling it we can call the word a victory. And I think that a similar case is already there. He said that would be the Prime Minister case he's talking about. Noting that some of these issues he aimed to challenge are already part of Wholeness' ongoing legal challenge. Whoa. The resignation, though, Norman Brown, is important because your case, Norman, is what we would call in law facetious or frivolous, meaning you either face the malicious or your case have no legal basis. Your case had no legal basis in the start. You were just being feisty and malicious because the Prime Minister is rubbing up with the country and the Integrity Commission. So you feel like you have to rub up too. But at least you heed the warning and pull the case because you were just being feisty. In reality, you were really just being feisty. Right, you must have heard that Jamaica is exporting oil to Trinidad. Let Khalila Reynolds explain to you how it goes and how it works. How it goes and how it works.
Jamaica exporting fuel oil to Trinidad?
For the first time ever, Jamaica Petrojam is exporting fuel to Trinidad and Tobago. And to that, we're looking to a million barrels of fuel oil, valued at about 90 million US.
Did he just say 1 million barrels? That's Telroy Morgan, the general manager at Petrojam, Jamaica's oil refinery. Now, Jamaica actually doesn't produce oil, but Trinidad does. So this announcement took me completely by surprise. But apparently, Petrotrin has been down since like 2019.
Trinidad, who has oil, their refinery shuttered about 6 years ago. And so they have been importing. But over those many years, Petrojam has been trying to get in, so to speak, and it has finally happened.
Well, that explains Trinidad's foreign exchange issues. They produce oil, but they don't refine it anymore. So they're exporting it raw and about to buy it back refined from Jamaica. Apparently, this batch is some special marine fuel, though.
It's a fuel mainly for marine vessels, tankers.
But still, the optics. In my opinion, this signals a power shift in CARICOM, which has been at least 10 years in the making. And that's probably why, according to Telroy, this deal took so long. I think Trinidad didn't want to do it. Now, Trinidad and Jamaica have always been competitors, and the Trinis are going to hate me for saying this, but these last 10 years, Trinidad's economy has been on the decline, while Jamaica has been improving. One of the major issues with doing business in Jamaica, especially for manufacturers, has always been the high cost of energy. Trinidad has always had that advantage. But are the roles now reversing? Remember my Taking Stock interview with Marla Dukaran? She's an economist from Trinidad who was explaining their foreign exchange issues.
The energy sector has not been earning the kind of foreign currency that it used to, say, let's say back in the 70s, 80s, even back up to 2013. We're earning a lot less now for a couple of reasons. One is the international price of these commodities, but also because of our production being very weak.
Wow, this really explains a lot. And then, of course, you have the new kid on the block when it comes to oil, Guyana. They're exporting barrels by the millions now, to the point where their government is literally giving away money to babies.
Our government will provide a one-off grant of $100,000 for every newborn baby born in Guyana to a Guyanese mother.
And you can see the conversions here. That's about 75 KJMD, 3,200 TTD, or 477 US dollars. Must be nice. By the way, Guyana doesn't have a refinery either, so that's also an opportunity for Jamaica and Petrojam. Anyway, to wrap this all up, the power dynamics in CARICOM are changing. As investors in this region, you need to make note of these shifts so you can spot the opportunities and the risks. And that's the bottom line. Follow our business page at Money Media JA for more content like this, and subscribe to the newsletter at getmoneynews.com. That's getmoneynews.com. Go to the link in my bio to subscribe. Let's get this money.
Right, so there you heard the explanation of that. So the word I couldn't pronounce in Norman's dipsyrally is called Pyrrhic victory. Now, what that seemed to have meant is that, based on what he's saying, the bad publicity that he's getting would be a loss to his reputation, even if he won a case which he think he could have won. So the Pyrrhic galangin is, you may have won, but you may have won, but it's still being defeated, if that makes sense to you. You win the war, but win the battle, but you lose the war, if that makes sense. That it would kind of how it is. Yeah, so it's kind of, you win the war, you win the war, or win the battle, but you lose the war. Where else do we go tonight? Dear old Sister Charles. Dear old Sister Charles. You see, Jamaica Labour Party, there must be something that you are prepared rather to take responsibility for. There are some authorities, Jamaica Labour Party, that you will have to honor their report, at least to have what is called a lesson learned from that report. It cannot be that every single thing on take issue with. The last time before Pernell Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, Was it not Carl Samuda who was the Minister of Labor and Social Security? Remind me, before Pernell Charles, who was the minister dealing with the last time we were dealing with that Canadian debacle around 2022? Who was the minister then? Because it weren't Pernell Charles then. It was one of those, Carl Samuda, yes. And Carl Samuda, even when the farm workers are talking about the treatment they're getting, or how much they're not being assisted by the liaison officers, everybody turn a blind eye like a monkey story them a talk. Now here come Amnesty is finding that there are human rights violations meted out to Canadian farm workers. And Pernell Charles again is taking issue with aspects of the report. Pernell Charles is not on the ground. So why is it at all time we have reports like these that surface that doesn't support the government narrative? The government have total disregard for the report. How are we going to fix things that are going wrong, Jamaica Labour Party, if nobody seems to want to take responsibility or learn lessons from report that they should use to guide themselves in making decisions? What are your liaison officer telling you, Pernell Charles? Pernell Charles Jr. has taken issue with aspect of the Amnesty International study that revealed that migrant workers in Canada, which involve Jamaicans, have experienced human rights violation. Hold on there. The new report says farm workers also experience multiple instances of exploitation and hazardous working condition. We dealt with this very issue, Pernell Charles, in 2022. No, there is an Amnesty International report. The Amnesty International report is not saying Jamaicans alone are being abused. Migrant farm workers, including Jamaicans, Pernell Charles, are being abused. Are you then saying Amnesty International is lying? Or the people who Amnesty International would have visited, interviewed the working practices that Amnesty International would look at on these farm workers or within these environments? What is your issue? Make we see if we pull up one Gleaner article. I can't read it. I'll see if I pull it up in my browser where do the reading. Let's see if Sonia can read what the crowbait said tonight. Let's ask Sonia to do a bit of reading for us. Where is Sonia? Hold on, log into my Facebook and find the scruffy old Gleaner. Bear with. because there's an article here. Hold on. Grammy Award for Best Album goes to Bob Marley, One Love. Music inspired by film Deluxe. The soundtrack for the American biographical drama starring Kingsley Ben Adair as Bob Marley was released on February 14, 2024 by Island Record and Tough Gong. So the Bob Marley music thingy have been awarded a Grammy Award. Let me end this sharing and share my reading browser for you. Bear with. Let me go into my reading browser and find that article. Hold on. There's an article here from his office. St. Catherine South Police are searching for those who are responsible for the fatal shooting of a pastor inside his home at Portmore last night. The deceased has been identified as 77-year-old Clinton Smith, a bishop and a justice of the peace of Mitchell Close, Portmore Gardens. Hold on, may I find the article for now? Hold on. The judge who handled the oil spill case involving Tradewind Citrus Limited and the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, did not have the authority to review a secret mediation deal that ended the case, according to the Court Administrative Division. The judge did not have the authority to examine the proposed mediation agreement, the CDA told the Gleaner, referring to a deal which sparked public outrage after St. Catherine Parish Court judge dismissed the criminal case on November 2027, 2024, following NEPA disclosure of a confidential settlement. I want to find what woman charged it. No, that's not the one. It was also Barbara Gale's remembrance today as well. In a bit, we'll play you a video from the Lion Parlor. Oh, we can play it here. Let's listen to Lion Parlor before we move on.
December the 15th, I had missed her call on the Friday. And of course, you and I know you don't call her on her Sabbath. And I didn't go to my church this Sunday morning. And I called her. And we sat on the phone for about half an hour. We don't usually talk that long. And we talked about everything under the sun. When I came off the phone, I felt as if she had given me a gift. I felt so good. So can you imagine when my colleague, Mr. Peter Champagne, called me, I believe it was Tuesday morning, to tell me what had happened. I couldn't believe it. I was driving on the road. I nearly crashed. I was driving. I had to pull over. I couldn't believe it. And then I remember some of the things she would tell me. Because fortunately or unfortunately, I remain the director of public prosecutions, and it will be my indictment that will pilot the process throughout the administration of justice that she loved. And I can hear her saying to me, Paula, I know that you will be fair. And in honor of Barbara, all of the resources, our acumen, our legal skills will be put to make sure that justice is done. But part of our DNA will be that we will be fair.
We will be fair, says Paula. We will be fair. One of the most placed light teller in the church, you know. And one of the most people I tell upon are dead people, but never mind. Make we try find Pernell Charles article for you. It is somewhere here. You bear with. Bear with, oh. Oh, what is wrong with you? Sorry, my peeps. These bulldogeries happen sometime. American man arrested over ammunition seized at Norman Manley International Airport. I want to find, because we want to hear what Pernell Charles' issues are. We want to hear what Pernell Charles' issues. Oh, God, stop it. Let me find the article. No, not that. I'm sure I see an article from Pernell Charles' ministry. You bear with. Bear with. I'm sure I saw it. Here it is. All right. Let's hear Pernell Charles' gripe. Hold on there. Oh, what's stopping you from jumping in? It's soon jumping, my peeps. Come on, thingy. Oh, go though. Why is this thing playing me about? Oh. Bear with my peeps. I don't know why this thing is playing me. Pernell Charles' article is playing me about right now. I don't want to read out of my eye. I want the thingy. Hold on, let me close this and open it again. Let me close this and open it again because it's behaving badly. Hang on. Because we want to know what Charles's gripe is. Come on, let's find back the gleaner quickly. Bear with. We're going through it again to find back dear old Charlesy and them lion story. But the Labour Party, one must prepare to admit something. Because if we're in denial about everything, if everybody is wrong, if I take everybody I take set pound, uno now go see uno failure, uno now go I get the chance to address anything in a meaningful way. Because I say can't to uno, not no wrong. I just take people I take set pound. People don't like uno prime minister. And all of the unnecessary things when I go so, rather than just deal with the issues. Deal with the issues. Let me see how this is going to go on here now. Bear with. Still I play my backside about again. I mean, I read it out of my eye tonight because my eye tired. That me I tell you now. Now read it out of my tired eye. Now play the game with it tonight at all. No, sir. You look like the computer are way up tonight. The computer have way up tonight. He said, nah. Telling the Colonel Charles, dirty done secret.
Labour Ministry outlines measures aimed at protecting farm workers in Canada. Jamaican farm workers disembark a Ministry of Labour and Social Security bus at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston in April 2020. Approximately 137 farm workers were at the time headed to Canada on the Farm Work Programme, despite the outbreak of COVID-19.
What a drunker this is. Bear with me, peeps. What a drunker.
Labour Ministry outlines measures aimed at protecting farm workers in Canada.
No, sir. This your night and for me night at all. At all. This your night and mine at all. Not with a dirty browser. I wait, I'll knock out my camera as well. I want to my camera. Lord Jesus. Hold on there. We don't know where to my camera, you know. Now why everything going up dark, yes, sir? Hold on, my peeps. No, sir. Look like Colonel Charles mashed me up tonight, my peeps. I don't see what I go on here. While me fix in the background, I'm going to leave ISAT's fundraiser on the screen. His fundraiser. Lord, let me look on it on my phone and I can pull up because I can't see that size there. His fundraiser is on Saturday the 22nd of this month at the hotel in Kingston. Take a screenshot of the flyer on the screen. I need to try. Let me unplug my camera. Then my peeps, hold on. Take a screenshot of what's on screen, and you can make sure you support ISAT fundraising. If you believe that Portland needs representation, changes is required in Portland. Hold on to my peeps. Let me try get on the other computer to restart this one. It is giving me a warm time. So support the candidate caretaker for Portland East, Isaac Buchanan. Hold on to my peeps. You're going to get a little feedback. I'm going to jump out of one device into the other. Stay. Take that in. Hold on. Can you hear me? Oh, let me hold on. Come out as student on this. Can you hear me, please? Let me know if you can't hear me. I have to go restart this device, yeah, to see if we can get things, the studio set up back. Okay, thanks, you can hear me. Becoming a nowhere. Go on with this thing, yeah. I was gonna try to read the Pernell Charles article, but it a play me up. May I try restart the computer to see if we get it read. If not, read it a morning. But you know, hear the life on Paula. Don't Paula say Barbara know that she will be fair. And Paula, what kind of holy? Let me ask you this while I wait for this to come up. If the guy pled guilty, what kind of holy work on would have to put in? On really don't have to put in a lot of work, because it's not like if him plead guilty, you're not going to a full-blown child. Him agreed to killing Barbara, and the reason why him killed her and stole her car, if that is true, Paula, then there's not much that one have to do. Is about mitigation with him, with Tom Tavares, as to whether his mental capacity and all of them just and think they were a defense lawyer, I go pluck up the nonsense them and talk about. So if him plead guilty, Paula, I really don't know what it is that you may be talking about. I haven't got a clue. Right, let me see if I set up back all of these things on this device, because everything out of the studio, you know. I just me one. Just me one in this studio. All of my content are out. Bear with. Bear with me. Oh. Let me get my studio back up and running. Hold on, let me take this one out. Right. Bear with us as we navigate through this mess. Oh. What a sad old story. Right. Close that. Close that. Hold on there, my people. May I fix up back. I got on in them round here, so let me get my... Are you getting any feedback? I hope not, because the other one I'm outside of the studio. So I hope you're not getting any noisy. 1 second. I really hope you're not getting, but you shouldn't be. Anyway, I'm going to try this bull crap one more time. If it doesn't work, then we'll do it in the morning. Let me see if I find a new nation. Cliff Hughes, Evelyn. Boy, me see I make threat. All kind of sin thing. Me want your legal team, do you see, Cliff? Me want your legal team make case you okay if you talk.
Labour Ministry outlines measures aimed at protecting farm workers in Canada. Jamaican farm workers disembark a Ministry of Labour and Social Security bus at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston in April 2020. Approximately 137 farm workers were at the time headed to Canada on the Farm Work Programme, despite the outbreak of COVID-19. Renewed call made for forensic facilities to house mentally ill inmates. Chaos at Aldridge meeting.
Do you mean say all the bloody time me there try?
Professor Shevens died.
The dirty article no free. I'm there try but me nah. Tomorrow morning me read. I in the reading mode right now. So tomorrow morning me read it. Me think the drunker would allow me to read it for free. But him really not allowed me to read it. See them gone in unpaid version again. Anyway, never mind. Let's pin back ISAT fundraiser so you all can support. Support the drive for new leadership in Portland. The current politicians in Portland aren't really doing much for the people, if anything at all. They basically tell you, sir, you figure them more time so them children can get to benefit what they benefit. So make sure you take a copy of this flyer, there is that code, that QR code on it as well, that you can scan the QR code and it gives you all the information, how to book and everything. So if you want to see Isaac Buchanan becoming the next MP for Portland East, and possible your next Attorney General or Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, then this is a way to support his bid for political representation for Portland East. So make sure you take a screenshot and follow the information and the given instructions. Do we have anybody more to argue with tonight? And what name? Dan Query. We're still waiting for Dan Query, Mocha, Commissioner, and everybody tell us about these incidents, the shooting of Jermaine Richards. We're also still waiting to hear about the whole Mayor Ben Nevis issue. We're still waiting to hear from Mocha about the shooting of Tyrone Harvey from York, in the York Street area in Linstead. There are many things, so we don't want one of the things to it don't center of what we do. We forget that the police need to speak to us about a lot of outstanding issues of criminality, all the way up to murder, that involves politicians and influential businessmen. So we still are waiting to hear from Mocha on several murders. And I'm going to do, I don't know which day in this week coming yet, but I'm going to do a show on Mocha. Because Mocha, I know, a Mocha their name? No, me always, me don't know why Mocha stick out in my head out of all of them. In the come, no Mocha, in the come, them who investigate police shootings, police murder, police assassinations. Because Mocha have a habit of come out, come tell us that them investigate. But a lot of the time, in the come rather, always come out and come tell us that them investigate. But we never yet get any resolution from what Indicom is doing. A be backlog Indicom have to come talk to about in Jamaica. So me I go do a special pan Indicom this week. I haven't chosen the day yet, but there's lots of outstanding murders by the police that Indicom is drawing their foot on, that they need to speak about. They need to bring charges. They need to bring resolution to their investigation so people can know and take the Rift family out of that limbo of injustice in the come. So one of this day, this week, I'm going to do a show on Indicom, because Indicom have a lot of outstanding things to tell us. And as I tell them, as I tell you last week, I'm looking back at news reporting and whatever information I can get in the case to do with Mr. Grandison, where Mocha since 2023 is investigating that case and hasn't come back with much because there seemed to be a huge bunch of corruption involved. But I haven't chosen the day yet, but one of these days this week, I'm going to really speak to Indicom, because Indicom always tell us they might investigate, but the investigation generally just go dead in the water. So dead in the water. Let's talk about Andrew Holness tonight, because no matter what you do, the man then I got no shame. Andrew Holness now got no shame. But Pernell Charles, where you tomorrow? Because we're not done with this galanging yet, because the farm workers who would have been interviewed, Amnesty International, who would have visited the farms, who would have spoken to farm workers, you're taking issue with Amnesty International report. It was same way 2022, I believe, Carl Samoda take issue with what the farm workers were saying they were going through. Can't own everybody a tell lie. The liaison officers are working for the farm work, the plantation owner who owns the farm work, when in reality, they are the Jamaican liaison officer that liaises between the farm workers and Jamaica, as well as the farm workers and the plantation owners. The farm workers and the plantation owners, the farm workers and Ministry of Labor and Social Security. But the liaison officers, as we heard in some interviews from Canadian farm worker, the behavior of the liaison officers is as if they work for the plantation owners and not for the farm workers who they ought to be working for, who they're paid to be working for, who Jamaica sent them there to represent the interests of Jamaican farm workers. Because of corruption, they're taking a book of silence, trying to silence farm workers from speaking out, trying to silence farm workers who want to speak out about the plight that they are going through. Carl Samoda did it. Pernell Charles come again doing it. So therefore, what am I say? Y'all get like money for this slavery now. It's not like when you did do it for free. At least y'all get something out of it now. Some of us see what I talk about. Pernell Charles don't really see the relevance of everything Amnesty International raised. One thing I can say though, Pernell Charles, Amnesty International is a well-respected human rights organization. Amnesty International have no political interest or vested in making any government look bad or look good. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and all of these groups, they are about people, the rights of people, how it is treated and respected by government and institutions. Their work is not political. They're not targeting any particular country, any particular organization, institution, or entity. Their goal, their primary goal is to protect the rights of us, the people, from government and corporate institution. And a PNP, them be. You understand? Because I have that mentality where everybody want to find fault with it because them a PNP. And because a PNP this and a PNP that. Try for once to look at the report for what it is and come up with ways that would meaningfully address the issues that Amnesty International raised in the report. I saw you address these things, Pernell, rather than try to dismiss everything and live in a cloud cuckoo land and a go on like do things good. Everybody know do things messy and mushu. So it's not really like people are talk where not do. It's the norm. If the issue was addressed per now, 2 years ago, if there was any meaningful address to the issue, 2 years ago when the issue came up in public, farm workers were interviewed. We see them put out video clips and things like that. If Pernell measures were put in place between the ministry, through the liaison worker and the plantation owner, maybe, just maybe, Amnesty International wouldn't be identifying these human rights violation and hazardous working practices all over again. That is the concerning bit. The human rights abuse, the hazardous working practices surface again. This time, Pernell, is not the farm workers that are spreading propaganda as some of you would have it 2-3 years ago. This is the well-respected Amnesty International. But Pernell Charles have issue with some things that the thingy have raised. But Dirty Gleaner said if we pay to read the article, and we're not doing it. When the Gleaner freed up, we will read it. But for now, no. Not giving the Gleaner the bull soddery to make him feel like him win this evening. Yeah, this government is expert at covering up, is what they do best. Even the white lady that drove there spoke about the deplorable working condition of the farm. Yes, I've spoken to that lady in the past as well. She helped a lot of those farm workers a lot of the time, also giving them legal advice and pointing them to organization which they can go to, and in some aspect how to not take abuse. Oh, Carlos there? What going, Carlos? So me never have no focus in the comment, me never see you. And even at some point, give them legal advice how not to take the abuse from those farmers. And through that process, there's a system of how they could move on and regularize themselves, because once their permit is still valid, that is what they can do, I believe. Hold on. Someone just sent me this. Trump administration officials are actively discussing placing the U.S. Agency for International Development under the authority of State Department. The U.S. Agency of International Development Director of Security and his deputy were placed on administrative leave Saturday afternoon after they tried to prevent employees from the Department of Government Efficiency from accessing secure U.S. aid system. 5 sources familiar with the event told NBC News. The U.S. aid system the Doge team tried to access included personal file and security systems, including classified system beyond the security level of at least some of the Doge employee, according to 3 of the sources. The system also includes security clearance information for agency employees, 2 of whom that cut off down my bottom there, so. Hold on, let me check my other WhatsApp. To see if anyone is in. Let's see what happened yesterday. Hold on there. Kaka Pussyclad. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I have to show us something there quickly. I think this happened in Red Hills. Hold on there, sorry. Murder. That's why I mean, I like what some of them frightening something, you know. But bear with. Never bring some reckless driving too, no. Well, let me tell you about Jamaicans and reckless driving. That's why I say we need to have a national road safety campaign in our country. We really need to have a national road safety campaign because some of the driver them is terrible. But tomorrow we'll continue upon the farm work. I mean, I have some things to read, but I not in the reading go along in tonight. Make we see if we dangerous driving video coming a studio yet. What may I tell you? Me afraid of Jamaican drivers. Jamaica possibly host some of the most reckless drivers we have in this world. Because the corner where Jamaicans would have overtake pan, sensible people wouldn't do it. Some of the corners where Jamaica overtake pan are some blind spot where Jamaicans overtake pan, normal people wouldn't do it. So I always think Jamaicans are good mother or something. Hold on. Watch pan this now, my peeps. Wanna look well.
Accident of Amina? Accident of Amina?
Hold on. Is it that the truck was overtaking the first car, and then at the same time, the other car was overtaking the truck? And I saw it look too, no? Can't shoot if I saw it look.
Accident of Amina? Accident of Amina?
And you know what it look like too? No touch of them have no brake at all. None out of the three of them no seem to have no brake. And it look like everybody want to get ahead of everybody. Or two vehicles for overtake. How if you have that row overtaking? 3 rows of overtaking? 2 rows of overtaking, rather you have the vehicle in the right, the left lane, and go about in normal business. Then you have the truck overtaking him, and even though space not there, the next car, overtake the truck. Why them people are crazy. Crazy. This is why them licensed people for top sell license. There's a whole host of people in Jamaica we have driver's license we can't read. We never go take the test themselves or them pay examiner for pass them. Whole heap of people at Jamaica own license like that.
Accident of Amina?
Careless driving is like a thing in Jamaica. It's like careless driving is nationalized in our country. If you're not drive careless, if you're not trying to pass somebody on road, if everybody not talk how your vehicle look good and speedy, some of them young people, especially where I drive, not feel comfortable. Their vehicle must be the fastest. And it's a disrespect for all the old vehicle. Overtake them and pass them on road. It look like them vehicle back in the olden days. So them put themselves and other road users and their passengers at risk. Just for say, you can't make them all bangaya pass me in a prestigious upstairs. Anyway, I want to sleep, you know. I want to sleep. I did plan for rest for the weekend and see the wanna get the whole of my weekend. 1 show yesterday and 2 today. So I'm not on a weekend for myself. Me not somebody. No. Anyway, thank you all very much for being here with us tonight on The People's Point of View. Join us right back here tomorrow morning for the At a Glance program. And not to mention the Bright Headlight Plus. And the problem is, Nin Miles, we don't even have sidewalk for walking, because more we are going at the bush, and the more the macadam crap out we eye. Not even sidewalk, we don't have to walk pan. You have to turn up, make them pass you, and then when them pass you, they either splash you, or them blow up the mall dust in your face. Why, it's terrible. It's terrible just existing in a Jamaica under the lack of services where we get. It's just crazy. And the recklessness of everybody for life and everything. It is crazy. Very, very crazy. Anyway, my peeps, thank you all. Thank you for being here tonight. See you all tomorrow morning. Hey? See you all tomorrow morning. I go get some sleep now. Probably rest my eyes so the light of the phone can come out of my eye and make my eyes stop. Look like plastic over it. Anyway, thank you all very much. Good night from the Global Television Group.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.